ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew. You see, I told y'all about a phone booth. And most of y'all know this is true. I've been conducting research on cheating in general in the sport of boxing, performance enhancing drugs in general in the sport of boxing, and anti-doping testing procedures, protocols, and administration in the sport of boxing in general for 15 years. Okay? Now, with that being said, I have saved a lot of documentation through research that I've conducted, more specifically, interviews from different athletes, from different trainers, from different gurus, so to speak, including Victor Conte, interviews of Margaret Goodman, Dr. Margaret Goodman, before she was even the founder and executive director of VADA. And of course, interviews subsequently following her forming VADA with Flip Pomansky, interviews with him as well, another executive of VADA. And that was when they both represented the Las Vegas, Nevada State Athletic Commission Board, really the Nevada State Athletic Commission. But I said Las Vegas because most of the major fights that they worked at as ringside physicians was in Las Vegas. But anyway, journalists who's reported on different subject matters regarding performance enhancement drugs, not just in the sport of boxing, but just in general, sports in general, right? A lot of different journalists. I have all of this information. Some stuff is stored on the drive. Some stuff I sent to myself like 13 years ago, 12 years ago, via email, right? Some stuff I've saved in phones and screenshots and all this stuff, y'all. And I just wanted to set the foundation of that so that we all can be on the same page before I play this audio or different excerpts of this audio that I'm about to play for y'all. Because earlier today, I was looking for something else in my email from back in the day because I was trying to search for something else that was not related to boxing. And I found, this is back in like 2012 or 13. Anyway, I found this excerpt of an interview that was conducted by the trainer of Andre Ward, the trainer of Amir Khan, the trainer of Andre Berto, right? Virtual Hunter, right? Who, of course, as we know these days, he is the biological father of Keisha Cole, the singer. We know that already, some of us, right? Okay. But those three fighters have something in common. Just wanted to point this out for the scope of this video. Andre Ward, Andre Berto, and Amir Khan, they all three have something in common. You've guessed it, their association with Victor Conte and the snack program. Yeah, Virgil Hunter, who is independently sponsored by Victor Conte by basically promoting snack. You know, wearing paraphernalia, wearing apparel of snack, training different professional boxers, and taking them over there to Victor Conte, right? Okay. Now, a lot of y'all didn't know that Andre Ward was one of Victor Conte's first boxers that he publicly started working with after he came home from jail. He was working with other fighters as well, but it was behind the scenes on the low, you know. But Andre Ward was the first one where he was publicizing it. And you see, I had this information saved since 2000, I think it was 2012 or 2013. Don't quote me on that. But we're in 2024 now. So I just wanted to say this real quick, and I'm going to play this audio I want y'all to hear. When you hear people discredit me on YouTube, whether they do it subliminally or openly, with regards to this subject matter of whether it be VADA, whether it be Victor Conte, whether it be the snack program or the fighters that are associated with Victor Conte in the snack program, etc. Just always remember, right, that I've studied and I've done my homework for 15 years. Just remember that. Don't worry about nothing else that's being said about me. That's not important. Who cares? Just remember that. Just remember that I've conducted thorough research for over 15 years. So any information that I have presented to you all from February of 2023 all the way up until today, just know 95% of that information, and I say 95% because I had Victor Conte here and he gave you all information verbally, right? When he came up on this platform twice within a matter of 7 days, 5 hours of live content through a dialogue I had with him, right? And Tim Montgomery, who also came up here and verbally said a few things about himself, his relationship with Victor Conte, etc. Some of that information, the other 5%, I had no knowledge of. But the other 95% of things that I presented on this platform, I already knew about it. I already conducted thorough research for the past 15 years. Just wanted to point that out because I'm about to play an audio from an interview that Virgil Hunter conducted with FightHype.com in 2013. I've been had this information. I just wanted to say that because when you hear me talk about the snack program and these professional athletes that's associated with Victor and VADA testing and the protocol and the procedures and the administration of anti-doping testing and performance enhancement drugs and therapeutic use exemptions, I do this. I know this stuff. And I'm educating you all, the boxing community. And if people want to take that as, hey, Manager Marty is hating on the fighters that work with Snack, or he's hating on Victor Conte, or he's hating on this person, and he's hating on that person, because that's usually what some people have been saying. Or he's only talking about Snack and VADA testing, and that's the only thing that he talks about on his platform. That's the only content that he really has. Like all these different people criticize me, right? Just know that they all learned something that they never knew about this subject matter before they encountered my platform. All of them. And I'm glad. Even if they talk bad about me, I don't care about that. That's not important to me. I'm glad that the boxing community is educated on this subject matter. But I want y'all to think about something else. I want y'all to think about this. More importantly, excuse me, that this is no new information. This has been going on in boxing for years. You know what? Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
And I had spoken to Victor Conte about, the possibility of Andre testing at some point, but I never assured him that he would begin testing this fight. I think what people have to understand is that, I think what people have to understand is that I felt, and first of all, this is not a bash on Victor. I consider him a fan. I consider him a man who's done and continuing to do great things. But when you look at every of his past fights in Monaco and things like that, the body testing was never brought up to these opponents. So it definitely, with me, by me talking to Victor personally, me letting him know that, number one, if Andre decides that he's going to test, he's going to do it under his own time, he's going to do it on his own rules. And I requested to talk to Margaret Goodman at that point, but she had a death in the family, and she couldn't do it at the moment. But later on, she came back and said that she would sponsor the two fighters, but I specifically told Victor that Andre will decide who he's going to go with and when he's going to go with when he's ready to do it. Because he and I had discussed that, before, long before this issue even came up. But, look, Victor's a great man. And I don't even know if he'll mind me saying this, but at the same time, I felt that he has one flaw. And I feel that his flaw is his desire for attention. And his desire to be revealed in the media exceeded and superseded logic in this situation. I mean, if you should want to hit the top athletes in your program and strengthen the program. But you have to be very, very astute on how you go about doing it. For instance, Ivanikov is testing Rotterdam, and Alvarado declined. But if you notice, wasn't any backlash or anything, no prolong or afterward, anything written about Alvarado's refusal, or nobody even took time to find out why he didn't do it. We had the Marquez situation. So there's a lot of situations that contradict itself. I have a lot of athletes with Victor, but he's only sponsoring the one that's going to bring the publicity. That's Amir Khan, and that's Andre Ward, who he attempted to sponsor. I have Brandon Gonzalez that wore a snack hat in the ring. I have Alfredo Angulo. I have several athletes that represent snack in a very dignified way, but not one time have they been approached about a sponsorship. Why? Because the cameras are not there, and the media is not there. So I'm very disappointed in the fact, because what people need to understand is Andre was Victor's first boxer. And I took Andre personally to Victor because I believe in his nutrition. I believe that he was a man and had acknowledged his wrongs and that he was on the right track. I admired the way he looked after Remy Corchemi, who I felt in that Balco case was thrown under the bus, and that he looked after Remy, who I really, really think is just a top guy when it comes to speed work. One of the top guys when it comes to speed work. And he's very effective. So, trust me, he has a lot of qualities that I admire, and I hope to continue to work with him as my athlete. But I'm not at all bashful about saying that he has to realize that it's okay to do good behind the scenes. Now, I took Andre to Victor, and at that time, anybody with any common sense would know that it would be a backlash if this was brought out. And I specifically, we offered to pay, so that's okay. We offered to pay for the services, from the work with Remy to the nutrition, the whole bit. Because we told him, listen, let's just ease into this slow. There's no need to publicize it. There's no need to go out and things like that, because the only person who's going to get negative feedback is Andre. Let's give it a period of time. We're not trying to be and live in this big world of secrecy or anything else like that, but it's a matter of the right timing. And we want to work with you. We have forgiven you as Christian people. We have forgiven you. And now, this age over. There was no need to publicize the work. There are a lot of personal trainers that have athletes that have no need for the publicity. But some kind of way, it got out, and what happened was Andre took a lot of negative backlash, and he saw through it. He was disappointed because it forced him to look at the motives, particularly after we agreed that let's just take our time, let's ease into it. We said specifically, we will pay for this. Trying to keep you some sort of big secret or anything, but we want to make sure that we're going into this right and everything, because you're not going to suffer. He is, and that's exactly what happened. So he lost Andre, but at the same time, Andre, when other athletes came to him, because Victor would continue to use his name with other athletes, when they talked to him, he gave Victor a flying color review. Each athlete from nose to toe, and I know Victor will dispute this, but it was Andre who let Mito know that, hey, this is a good situation. This is not for me right now, but it could be for you. And, nutrition and his knowledge and everything, he does, and that's why he's with him. Andre Burrow, the same thing.